Weather's cooperating. Today we're on the roof. Yeah, we're going to replace a rotting wood board that's about 20 years old. It's given up. I don't want rain and snow, whatever, to leak in there. And we're going to replace it with PVC trim. This stuff is bomber, as we would say in the climbing world. And I've pre-cut it. We're ready to go. It doesn't take long once you know what you're doing. And you can either leave this trim white because the white frame on the window, or you can paint the trim color that I've used on other trim projects around the house. So let's get going. I'm replacing the wood with this PVC trim. It's going to last forever. Much better than the wood. It's worth the price because I think the wood I'm replacing it's not pressure treated. It's probably just regular pine that they painted. It lasted 20 years, so I guess that's pretty good. Don't want to do this again. I'm using a Japanese saw to cut the wood. These things are great. They give a really nice straight cut and they're a pull saw. I'll post the information on the wood and all the materials in the tools down below. So you got to push it to start it and then you bring it up. Gives a nice straight cut. That's why I like these Japanese style saws so much. I'm using these T20 screws. They're 1.5 inches long. Pre-drilled the hole. Now I'm going to bevel this so the screw will sit inlaid flat to the board. And just go down a tad bit for the hole. I'm going to do that to all the boards. I'm 6 inches in on either side of the board. I'm going to use 2 screws, maybe 3 screws. So I've pre-screwed the boards so there's a little bit of the sharp end on there. I'm going to use acrylic latex caulk. It's going to last 35 years. And I can paint this up with the same trim refresh projects. I'll post links to those videos up here and down below. But I want to get as much pre-work that I can on the ground where it's safe, as opposed to trying to do all this on the roof with screws. This is so much easier to have it all prepped and ready to go. I've got this pry bar and this hammer. I'm just going to go in here on both ends. Be careful. Tap in here and get this piece of rotting old wood out. It's been nailed in there probably 50 times with a nail gun. Oh, there you go. I replaced one of these a year ago with the PVC trim, the worst one, and it's done really well. So I decided it was worth the investment to do it. You might have some old caulk you're gonna have to pull out and some of these old nails before you put the other piece in. You want to make sure you clean it all up. All right, so I'm gonna do a fit check. Yep, nice and flush. There's a bit of a gap on the bottom, so maybe I'm gonna put this spacer and that will make it nice and flush on the bottom. That's not a structural element, so that's in there pretty good. Now all I need to do is caulk. I'm going to use this almond color. Make sure you have plenty of paper towels around. It gets messy. It's the next day. All the caulking that I did yesterday is dry. So all that needs to be done is touch-up paint. I'm using a chip brush and some of the touch-up paint I bought. It's a sample size, $7. So I'm using the $7 for the 3rd time now. And there's still a lot left over on various trim projects I'm doing around the house. Restoring trim, cleaning it up before the big weather hits. I've got a old t-shirt to function as a drop cloth or something to quickly wipe the surface off if it's getting a little crazy. It's always challenging to figure out what angles to do where you can see the best technique or approach. Well, hopefully this one will work for you. And the great thing about these containers is you don't have to worry about pouring it off, contamination, all that stuff. Wipe up that stuff that I happen to spill. Sometimes it's good to have the shirt a little damp. I'm going to finish this window up and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. A couple minutes later, it's all painted up. Once it dries, this is another project done. Thumbs up and comments always appreciated. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in all sorts of home repairs and home projects, making and breaking things, designs of all kinds, I do costumes, cosplay, and props. Check out my channel and please subscribe, because you never know what home solution you're gonna see.